Hands down, they don't.
I feel like it is more deadbeat mothers, but I feel like it's just covered up by the resources that are available to mothers, because majority of the time the child does live with the mother. So the resources that are available, the government assistance, the food stamps, and all that, it makes it easier to look like a mother is doing her job, when in reality everything that she's getting is free. She's not working for it. So
right, and just like I said, she's incentivized. She's incentivized by the government to continue her dependence on the government.
And then you choose to have more babies. I feel like that's a deadbeat act to choose to have more babies when you already can't provide and you're already on assistance for these other children. And then you choose to create more children, because ultimately having children is up to women. You get what I'm saying? So then you're going ahead and saying, like people love to talk about, oh, that nigga got 7 kids, that nigga got 8 kids. Yeah, but that sorry ass nigga, 4 kids is from one baby mother that chose to keep having kids by this sorry ass nigga. You get what I'm saying?
But it's the perception though, Mary. Is she really a deadbeat? Is she really a deadbeat mother though? If all the kids are underneath her roof,
you can still be a deadbeat parent. But
I understand that, but the perspective of the way society is looking at it, if the father's not in the house and if he's not around, he's going to be called the deadbeat father. She's not going to be called the deadbeat mother. That's why I said I disagree. It don't matter if it doesn't matter if it's true or false. It's the perspective of the way society's looking at it. Oh, this motherfucker ain't never around on birthdays, not knowing that his baby mother won't allow him to be around on birthdays.
But that's what Gunny said, though.
Realistically, that's why the question was more so realistically, what do you think there is more of, deadbeat mothers or deadbeat fathers? Yeah. So realistically, there's more deadbeat mothers.
Because if you in Gunny's video, he was saying that the children are being weaponized. And so the perception is one thing, but the reality is what we speculating on.
Yeah, the men actually get the men that are trying and out there trying to be active in the lives of their children. They get lumped into this because of the perspective, just like you said, above, just like you said, as far as the perspective and how people look at it. They get lumped into this category because they're not around. But case by case basis, why are they not around? You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to pinpoint, man. And ultimately, I think that we just have to go to the statistics, and the most people that are locked up, the most people that commit violent crimes, all these types of human beings, male or female, they all come from single parent households that are led by women.
Yeah.
So to tap into that, so I was just that's kind of the point I was gonna say, Gunny. A lot of the statistics will say X child didn't achieve this because they came from single parent household that primarily with the mom, but there's no real quantification for the shitty parenting done by the mom. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I was raised in a single parent household by my mom. I think she did a damn good job, and most moms are capable of doing damn good jobs, but they don't talk. There's no way to quantify the ones who are just fucking it up for everybody else. So not only are we getting the blame for not being there, which, rightfully so, but there's also shitty parenting done on that part. I don't know if we want to call it deadbeat parenting, but it's poor parenting that has a lot of these kids in these situations that they, could not have been in if the parent was good, or if dad was around. But we don't get the credit for. I mean, we take the blunt of not being there and the shitty mom.
Yeah,
you dig what I'm saying? So I think to your point, I do think a lot of it might just be more shitty moms and dads.
Yeah. I have to find the stats, but I played a video before. It was saying that the results of a child coming from a father-only home are almost the same as a child coming from a dual-parent household.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, but while we on the topic, fuck them kids.
Yeah,
but most men are not have full custody of their kids too. Like, we're not about to act like that. Like, they like, oh, give me the baby myself. Most men are not volunteering for that in that situation.
I don't know. I don't know if they are volunteering for it, but if push come to shove, they handle it with open arms. You know what I'm saying? But another thing too, a lot of dudes ain't willing to fight. And I'll tell you like this: by no means am I willing to belittle, to vilify the mother of my child. But we had an issue, in the beginning, toxic shit in the beginning. That's not, it's just how it happens in the beginning. We just learned it, just our first baby, whatever. We had a little turmoil, and I'm going to court. Listen, I want my daughter half the time. I don't give a fuck what you got to pay her, what it looks like. I want my daughter half the time. And I'm not leaving here until I have her half the time. And the moderator comes back with like a 75-25 square. I'm like, fam, did you not hear what I just said? Like, pay her what you got to pay her. I'm not leaving here until I have half the time with my baby. Dudes ain't willing to fight like that. They worried about how much they got to cough about their check and yada, yada, yada. And yeah, it's kicking on my ass. But at the end of the day, my baby's what's important. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes ain't willing to fight like that.
And that just furthers the point about deadbeat mothers. That's some deadbeat shit that you had to from her. And just based on what you said, the fact that you had to pay to have your daughter, the rights that you should already be privy to.
You know what? What's crazy is I might have put myself in that bind by just saying that, because I thought I knew the game back then, and I just went and like, listen, bro, I don't care what you got to do, but I'm not leaving here unless I got 50-50. If I got to pay her whatever you got to pay. Take what you got to take. Sign me up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I could have just walked myself into that
court, Chief. You in court. Think about that, though. Think about the fact that they took the advantage that you said, I'll do whatever I need to do, because that's all you said.
Nigga, they don't care.
Well, what I'm saying is, don't say you put yourself in a bind. Out of desperation, people say things. That's usually why we need a lawyer. But what I'm saying is, that's a fucking shame that she took that and said, okay, give me this much bread and he can have a baby 50% of the time. That's crazy.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
So then, how does it equate when the situations are different now? And from personal experience, homie of mine, like, has his daughter 85% of the time, has never denied mom any type of bread, pays her X amount of dollars a week, went back to court to get it reduced, had gotten a increase in an advance in the salary over the yearly raise. Judge was like, nah, bro. So and so, does he have her 75% of the time? Like, yeah. Like when he asks you for money, when you ask him for money, to give it to you, yeah. Okay, well, Mr. So and so, I see that you have now got an increase in your salary this year. So unfortunately, we're going to raise your child support another $182.
Nah, somebody got to die.
The judge, a woman.
That's what Hemp is saying. It's not fair. Like the judicial system should have did better with that. Like that's what he's saying. Like it's not
smoked
fair.
Them.
Court
fam,
that's sick, bro.
Fam, smoked them. Another 182 on it.
You didn't ask for 50-50 shared custody, because when you have 50-50 shared custody, there's no child support orders.
They don't care.
I
have documentation stating I have 50-50 shared custody. They still smoking my check every 2 weeks.
Yo, that shit is killed, my nigga.
But that's the same with my husband. My husband has 50-50 custody and he's still paying child support, and he still pay more than child support. Like he supplies everything for this kid throughout the year.
How about the word shared custody is a smokescreen? That's all it is. It's a smokescreen. It's not really shared. That's a lie. It's one of those things where they say the word shared, but the ratio is 7-1 in regards to the hours that you're going to spend with your children. You have shared custody, but you get your child first, third, and fifth weekend 1 month out of the year. When you add the hours up, it's 7-1. Is that fair? No, it's not.
I have that.
But they called it shared.
No, I'm talking about shared more so where if you're more in the same town, then you can have the shared custody because the child can go to the school in that particular town. But usually what you're talking about, that's more joint legal. And then you have a primary residence. And then you have, because I have that. I have full custody of one and I have a joint custody. And this man is the bit of baby mama. And he has more than me. So.
Miss T85 with the $2 super chat. The system allows this ! 50-50 is automatic.
50-50 is not automatic.
No, it's not.
You gotta fight.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you gotta act.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
From personal experience, when I went with my baby was really, really young. Again, just my immaturity at the time. I couldn't make it work with my lady, whatever. But I went when my baby was young, and I'll tell you like this: for the first year of my daughter's life, I had her like Tuesday, Thursday from 3 to 8, and then Saturday at Saturday at like 3 until Sunday at like 8 for the first year of her life. And then after, when she turned 1, I was able to get her 50-50 because the mother, nurturing and so on and so forth. So that 50-50 shit is a fucking lie.
Shit. Mike Brown with a $2 super chat. Child support is the devil and it never goes down. God damn, boy.
Bruh.
This shit crazy. Q.